All right, this is 36th District Court. My name is Judge Shannon A. Holmes. I am the presiding judge over the specialty court docket on this morning. And we are in our virtual courtroom, of course. We are also streaming live by way of YouTube. If you have an issue with respect to having your matter screened, your matter aired live on YouTube, please make sure that you call the office at 313-965-2280 with my clerk, or let me know that you want to speak with my clerk, and we will schedule for you to come into the courthouse. And so with that, I'm going to have oh no, I'm sorry. Good morning, Ms. Drew. Good morning to the staff that's
Good
in.
morning.
Good morning. All right. And good morning, Ms. Davis. Glad to have you serving this morning. All right. And then Reed and Attorney Fikens, if you could place your appearance on the record at this time.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted. Yes, I can see you and hear you. Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894. I too would make a similar motion.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Good morning to you, and your motion is granted. Ms. Robs, if you could place your appearance on the record this morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ebony Robs, Drug Treatment Court Case Manager.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Robs. Mr. Franklin, your case is the case this morning. I do see some other individuals that are on my docket. And so, Ms. Drew, did something change with respect to my docket this morning?
Good morning. No, not at all.
Hold on, ma'am, we're in section. Ms. Drew, all right. So the individuals that have appeared in my courtroom, Mr. Milton, someone with the last name Burrell and last name Lyons, I need you all to call my court, and Leonard, I need you all to call my court clerk to find out where you are supposed to be on this morning.
And Your Honor, if I may add, Ms. Kelly Leonard is here on a warrant case for failure to display a Group D card. So I would probably need to speak with her in a breakout room.
All right, thank you. And as soon as she comes back to the screen and starts her video, I will place you in a breakout room so that we can get that scheduled.
Hello, ma'am.
Good morning. All
Good
right.
morning. I'm Kelly Leonard.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to place you in a breakout room. I need everyone else, Mr. Milton, Mr. Burrell, last name Lyons. I need you all to contact my court clerk at 313-965-2280. Her name is Miss Drew, 965-2280. And I need you, Miss Drew will let you know where you are supposed to go, because I think you're in the wrong courtroom. Attorney Fikens and Ms. Lyons, you should both receive Leonard, I'm sorry, receive an invitation to breakout room number 1. Please accept it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Everyone else, please call the courthouse. All right, Mr. Franklin, let me have you unmute, please, sir. Uh-oh, I don't hear you. You're still muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Good morning, Mr. Franklin.
Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
I'm good. I'm still doing the same thing I was doing the last time I talked to you.
I haven't asked you that yet. To ask me how I'm doing. You're gonna run my hearing. Ask me how I'm doing, Mr. Franklin.
I asked you that.
You did.
You was on mute when I asked you that.
All
How
right.
you doing?
I'm doing well, Mr. Franklin. It's Monday, and I'm glad to see you. And you're doing very well. You're doing extremely well. So I'm glad to see you. All right. Let me place your case numbers on the record. I have, the first case number is cut off. Ms. Robs, can you read his first case number for me into the record?
Yes, Your Honor, it's 1904-41301.
Okay, that's not the one I have cut off. I have the one, thank you for reading
I'm
that.
sorry.
Read the one that ends in 19 for me.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
I know it ends in 19. I'll read this while you're looking. I have U55735120. I have case number 18044-27701 and case number 18498-9371.
And, U50990819.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ross. State your full name for the record, Mr. Franklin.
Kenneth Franklin.
All right, Mr. Franklin, what's going on with you? Now tell me what you've been doing. I'm ready.
I've been doing the same thing, security, meetings, and just helping out around here a whole lot. Keeping them guys in order,
Wait, say that again.
keeping this place in order.
You keeping the place in order.
Yeah,
All right, are you staying in order while you keeping the place in order?
yeah.
All right, wonderful.
Staying sober.
You are,
Yeah,
you doing more than that than just staying sober, right?
yeah. I'm working my program.
You working it. How do you feel about working your program, Mr. Franklin?
I feel great.
Tell me what's great about it.
I mean, I just feel good. My body in good shape now. My thinking is getting better. I'm more focused on me and my family.
Yes, very, very good. How does your family feel about this new Mr. Franklin? Because I know you a different Mr. Franklin than you used to be.
Well, they feel they glad. They glad.
How you know they glad? Do they tell you?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, they tell me.
What they say, Mr. Franklin? I want to know. You know I'm nosy. Tell me
They
what
just want me to. They just want me to stay sober.
they
That's
do.
it. Yeah. But this ain't the first time. They
What
didn't see me. This ain't the first time. I done been in recovery, so they still had doubts.
They still, it's okay. But I think you're gonna prove them wrong, right?
Right.
All
Prove
right.
myself wrong.
Yes, because you convinced yourself that you can do this
Oh yeah.
and that you can do it for a lifetime.
100%.
All right, that's what I want to hear. Very good. What's different this time about recovery, Mr. Franklin?
Cause I don't want to go back, and I don't want to start all over again, and I don't want to feel that pain no more.
Yeah. So you know that every
I don't
day
like the consequences.
you don't like the consequences.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So you know that every day you have to do something to work on remaining sober if you want to do it for a lifetime, right?
Right. I know I got to do it for a lifetime.
I'm sorry.
I know I got to do it for a lifetime.
Yeah. Can't let your guard down, right?
Yeah, you know I completed
What you complete?
Friday. I completed the program Friday. I completed it.
What program are you referring to?
Where I'm at right now.
At Lake Ridge?
Yeah, I completed.
And so what does that mean, Mr. Franklin?
What you mean? What that mean?
I'm asking, what does that mean?
That mean I completed.
Okay, I just want to know what it means to you.
I discharged.
And went where?
Hmm?
And where did you go?
The 4-month program. I'm still here, but I completed the 4-month program.
Okay, and so you and Ms. Robs is gonna tell me about next steps?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, Miss, I'm just making sure. I want to hear it from you. And you have completed, and that has to be a good feeling, right?
Hmm.
It is? All
Yeah,
right.
it's a good feeling. I finally completed something in a long time.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Mr. Franklin. I
Mhm.
am proud of you. I don't know how you ended up being my only case on this morning's docket. I don't know.
Well, I just let you know something. I should be on my way to being discharged off this drug court, right?
You know what?
in a few months.
You starting some mess, Mr. Franklin. Mess. Well, look, our goal is to get you on a path of recovery, one that you can stay on. That's
I'm
what,
on the path already. I've been clean a little over 4 months now, so you know I'm on the path.
and how long were you drinking before you were clean for 4 months?
Before I start seeing you,
Yes.
about 10 years off and on.
And so 10 years, you want us to undo it in 4 months?
No, I ain't say 4 months. I said at least about 7 or 8 months.
Well, now where he pulling 7 or 8 months from, Ms. Robbs? But okay, look, 4 months, 7 months, 8 months, clean and sober. That
Okay,
is,
let me ask you something. Let me ask you
let me
something.
finish saying what I want to say to you first.
No, you mess with me like Miss Robs.
Do I? Okay, maybe it's not me or Ms. Robbs. You the common denominator. Mr. Franklin, whether it's 4 months, 7 months, or 8 months, I am proud of you. I know this has not been easy work for you. I am extremely proud of you.
Yeah, it's hard but fair. It's hard but fair.
Yeah. What you want to ask
But
me?
in a couple of more months, I'll be up out of here. I'm just waiting on this apartment to get ready.
You telling me?
Yeah, I completed the program, so
Okay.
it ain't mandatory for me to keep on staying here. I know.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's left up to you. As long as
So,
you are doing what you're supposed to do. You're right. That's right. You get to determine how I
okay,
going forward.
okay. Let me ask you this. My discharge date is what? September, October, something like that.
I don't know. I have to sit here from Miss
But
Rob.
could you let me know so I
Oh,
can figure out what I'm gonna do?
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to know.
Okay.
I just wanted to hear from you
You'll definitely know. Why you want to hear it from me?
because I started in December. Do I supposed to do 12 months, 10 months, or what?
Well, remember when you came into the program, we indicated that you do a minimum of 12 months, but it's based on your progress as to when you complete, right?
Mhm.
And so Ms. Robs is going to talk with us about that. And we'll come up with it as a team and look at where you are, what you've been doing, and we'll come up with a date. But look, that date it's never hard and fast because it really depends on you, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
what you do. Is that fair?
Right.
All
That's
right, I
fair.
think it is too. I think it is too. But now this is what I want you and Ms. Robs to do though, since you're saying that you've completed. I want you and Ms. Robs to work on next. Can you do that for me? Take that hoodie off in my courtroom. I want you to work on next steps. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Can you do that? Sir, take the hoodie off in my courtroom. I'm going to shut off your camera or I'm going to take you out of my courtroom altogether. All right, Mr. Franklin,
Oh, there go the miles. You better watch out.
he about to get it. You better help him, Mr. Franklin. He said, there go to my eyes. I'm not talking to you anymore. Let me hear from Miss Rob. Ms. Robs, tell me what's going on with Mr. Franklin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I received a progress report from Lake Ridge Village. I had conversation with Mr. Williams as well as Pastor Williams in reference to a plan for the next step for Mr. Franklin. He is up, if I'm not mistaken, he has completed, Your Honor, their 4-month program. Um, but we're working with the family reunification to see what can be done for Mr. Franklin while at Lake Ridge. Mr. Franklin had made reference to Central City and them having some apartments, but we haven't heard back from them. He is in compliance, Your Honor, with treatment while at Lake Ridge. They indicate that they will be, that Mr. Franklin has agreed to joining Lake Ridge Village Shared Living Program, where he'll be housed at the Finkel location. They indicate that he has gained insight about his drinking. They indicate that he's improved upon his communication skills. As far as his drug treatment court contract, Your Honor, he has completed some AA meetings. I just need an update from Lake Ridge. He's completed his community service hours. He has been referred to Dr. Alexander. I believe a three-party conference between myself, Mr. Franklin, and Dr. Alexander is needed for clarification, for him to do the alternatives for the ARMS program, which will include the morality, retail fraud classes, and the alcohol and substance abuse classes. Overall, Your Honor, he's doing really well, and I wanted to bring up Mr. Franklin and staffing for a recommendation for phase 2 at this time, Your Honor.
Oh, wonderful. All right, Mr. Franklin, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Ms. Robs is recommending that you be promoted to phase 2.
How many phases is it?
3, Mr. Franklin, 3.
Okay.
All right. So a couple of questions I have for you. Did you hear Ms. Robs about shared living at Lake Ridge?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm already in shared living.
You're already in shared living. All right. So I want you all to have she said you all need to meet with Dr. Alexander about some things that you need to get done for the program. And then secondly, you all need to meet, you and Ms. Robs, and talk about what are next steps with respect to your independent living. Okay. Because here's the thing. I want you to get into independent living, but I want to make sure you're in a place where you can stay there. Okay.
That's what I'm waiting on, a safe place. I'm not just gonna move anywhere.
Look at you. I appreciate that, Mr.
That's
Franklin.
why I ain't leaving on the day I complete it.
Look at you making good decisions for yourself. I like that, Mr. Franklin. You know I do. All
Did
right.
you let her know I already seen Mr. Alexandria last Saturday?
Okay, you all will
Did she
talk
know
about
that?
it. She just needs to be updated, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Reed, Attorney Reed, what do you want to say to Mr. Franklin?
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Mr. Franklin. You
Good
look
morning.
good. You sound good. We're proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. I have no objections to promoting Mr. Franklin to phase 2. Mr. Franklin, we're proud of you. And I wanted to say, you remember when we talked one time, you talked about being patient. Be patient. It's going to work. Drug court does not last forever. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr. Franklin.
All right.
All right. Very good. So Ms. Robs, you have Mr. Franklin coming back when, and it should be for face-to-face. Is that correct? Wait, before I do that, I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in congratulating Mr. Franklin on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Mr. Franklin. Yes, we are so proud of you. And so now, Ms. Robs, when do you have Mr. Franklin coming back?
Your Honor, May 3rd, 2021 at 9:30 a.m.
And that'll be for face-to-face?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that face-to-face mean over the phone, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Mr. Franklin. You have any questions or anything for the team?
No, just saying thank you for the phase 2.
You in phase 2. Look at you, and you've earned it. You've earned it. All right, you have to work today?
No, I worked last night. I just got off at 7.
Okay. All right. Get you some rest then, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Your Honor, if I may, I just want to say that, ask Mr. Franklin, did he know that I did a pop-up visit?
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh,
I was with my
okay.
daughter that day.
Okay. I
I was
did a
with my daughter
pop-up
and my
visit.
grandkids.
Yeah, I was just trying to make sure they told you that I came to see you.
Yeah, they told me as soon as I
Okay.
came in the door.
Okay.
Very good. And you were with your daughter and your grandkids.
Yes.
That's a good thing. Did you enjoy that visit?
Yeah, I really did.
You did. I bet you're
hmm
a good grandfather too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you be having
But
a
I have to
smart
keep the
mouth with your
oldest. I have to
grandkids?
keep the oldest one in check.
See what I'm about to say. Mr. Franklin, do you be having a smart mouth with your grandkids like you have with us?
No, I
No?
talk to them differently.
Okay.
I'm just playing. No, I'm just joking. But no, I keep they're all right. They good little girls.
They are. All
Mm,
right. Well, they are fortunate to have their grandfather, and he's clean and sober and making good decisions. Congratulations to you, Mr. Franklin.
thank you.
All right. Ms. Robs, we'll see you. You all will be talking about what are the next steps, and then you'll eventually come back and see me, okay?
Okay.
All right. Take care.
All right.
All right.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good one.
You too. All right. We are ready. Are we ready on Ms. Leonard?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I do not have a case number for Ms. Leonard.
There's
And
actually 3 matters, Your Honor.
okay. Mr. Fikens, where's your picture?
Oh, let me see. I probably turned myself off or something. There I am, Judge. I'm sorry. Let me get
You are. All
the
right.
there's 3 matters, actually. We were sent one, but I did a background on her, and it appears there are 3 warrants in the system. They all refer to the same date. It's all regarding when, in 2014, she was employed at a gentleman's club by the name of Sapphire up on Van Dyke. And yeah, I thought there was only a Group D card ticket, which I thought I could take care of today. I don't know that I'll be able to take care of this today.
Okay.
I think the prosecutors will have to take a look at it. I noticed that the officers are no longer in vice. It's been that long, so they might not be willing to go forward with it. But given the number of tickets, they might want her to plead on one. I just don't know. So at this point in time, Judge, I'm going to ask a really big favor on behalf of my client. She lives in Florida right now. She used to live in Detroit back in 2014. She moved to Guam, or she was in Guam for a while with her husband. She's off on her own now in Florida. She's a nice woman, very respectful. She's certainly changed her ways. She's not in the industry anymore. But there are 3 outstanding warrants that she wants to take care of. And I believe her. I think she wants to take care of them. If we could set it for just a few days down the road so I could talk to the prosecutors and
Well-
whether, I'm sorry, Judge, go ahead.
No, well, I was going to ask you, Mr. Fikens, did she post any type of bond?
She did not. She sent in, no, she did not post a bond. She's on an open warrant, Judge.
On any of the 3?
Correct, she has not. I don't know if she's allowed to. I don't know if that was part of what she was instructed to do, but she's not physically present in the state of Michigan to
Okay.
come down.
And so, Mr. Fikens, I interrupted you in the middle of your request. My apologies. Go forward with your request.
Thank you, Judge. Well, if I could get a couple days to talk to the prosecutor, if the court, whether the court is willing to set aside the warrants or not now, if I could do it quickly so that it wouldn't matter to her too much, because I think it can be resolved. She certainly wants to resolve the matter. And certainly she tells me she has the money to pay any fines and costs in these matters. So on her behalf, Judge, I'm asking either that the warrants be set aside and a date for a pretrial is given, or that the court allows us to come back Thursday, maybe, to resolve this.
All right. And so, Ms. Leonard, you're interested in getting these matters taken care of. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Like, I've been calling, I don't know if it's your court. I was calling like the main number. They gave me somebody's.
Hold on, let me finish, because some of these matters are so old. And so I understand that when people get ready to take care of them, sometimes it doesn't just fall in place. And
no, I'm okay with that.
I'm glad that you want to take care of them. I want to make sure you understand that if I grant Mr. Fiken's request and you don't come back to court by way of the way you are today in the virtual courtroom, you're killing me this morning. If you don't come back, you'll be back in warrant status and you will make things that much worse for yourself.
Oh, no.
I want to get your word that you're going to come back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm literally getting emails. I'm in trouble right now because I'm in court, but I just can't. My mother is stage 4 cancer and I'm a single parent. I can't like be worried about warrants and stuff. And because
Okay,
if I go to jail,
do something about it.
yeah, if I go to jail, everybody's out. So we can't do that.
Okay, then you need to do something about it. Because the only reason you have warrants is because you failed to do what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Mr. Fikens, what I will have you do is read the 3 case numbers into the record, and then I am going to grant your request. I will set these matters, I'll set them for a pre-trial for Thursday of this week. Is that your request, Mr. Fikens?
Yes, that is, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll set them for pre-trial on Thursday, and then you'll need to come back on Thursday with Ms. Ross you'll need to come back on Thursday, which would be the 15th of April at 8:30 a.m. and dial into this courtroom the same way you did this morning, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so Mr. Fikens, let me have you read those case numbers into the record right now.
Thank you, Your Honor. Those case numbers would be U 155-95114, U 155-98214, and U 156-59014.
All right, Ms. Drew, did you get those? I think the courtroom is on mute. So Ms. Robs or Mr. Griffin, make sure Ms. Drew got those case numbers. Mr. Fikens, circle back with Ms. Drew, and we'll put you on the docket for the 15th at 8:30 a.m. Anything else for my consideration?
No, thank you very much, Your Honor, for your consideration. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Ms. We'll see you on the 15th, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a nice day. You look really pretty. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I got the gas people at the door. I'm sorry. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh, hello?
Sir, no, you can't interrupt in my courtroom. I'm about to find out who you are. I also saw, I believe, Mr. Hamilton. And so I know Ms. Robs, did I place him back on for today?
No, Your Honor, I apologize. I told Mr. Hamilton that he needed to come to court, Your Honor, because he failed to comply with your directive on Friday.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. All right, sir.
Judge, I looked up that young man. He should be in Judge Deborah Langston courtroom.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Griffin. Do you, because he's really trying my patience.
Okay.
Do you have can you put a number in the Zoom number for Judge Langston?
Okay, I will.
All right. In the chat. So young man, you're going to see, if you can see your chat, the case manager is going to put the Zoom ID number for the appropriate court that you're supposed to be in, okay? And if they give you a hard time, let them know you were somehow in Judge Holmes's courtroom, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. And Mr. Fikens, on that last matter, Ms. Leonard, I have a message from Ms. Drew indicating that she has 5 outstanding warrants. Okay,
There's one that she just paid on, she told me, Judge, from 06. She sent in a check for $596. It has not been processed yet, though, it appears. I don't know if that's an outstanding warrant or not.
all right, circle back with Ms. Drew and then you all let me know what's going on,
I
okay?
will do so, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And for the young man who has the Zoom user, do you see the number that Mr. Griffin placed in the chat? Oh, so you just hang up. All right, good. He was trying me this morning. All right, and having it on a Monday. Mr. Hamilton, I will need you to get in the camera and I need you to unmute your phone. Mr. Hamilton, what's going on?
Yes,
Well, before I do that, state your full name for the record.
Demonte Hamilton.
All right, Mr. Hamilton, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, and so Ms. Robs, if you could place, because he's not on my docket this morning, Ms. Drew, do add him to my docket. Ms. Robs, can you place a case number on file on the record for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. 2005-793601.
All right, thank you. And so Ms. Robs, can you make the record for me first and tell me why, so Mr. Reed and Mr. Fikens can know what's going on with Mr. Hamilton, and then I'll put them in a breakout room, and then you all can come back and address the court.
Yes, Your Honor. On Friday, Your Honor, April 9th, 2021, you had instructed Mr. Hamilton that he needed to test either at the hospital, at Oakwood Hospital, where he was on his way to, and or by Jams.
On the side of the road for almost 2 hours. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. And he sent an email to me, Your Honor, at 11:39 on April 9th, 2021. I apologize, at 11:32 p.m., stating that he went to go and test. They turned him around due to COVID. The lady said for me to call her at Jams. He understood he got himself into this and he's holding himself accountable. But they were looking at him crazy, like, why would they send you here under the circumstances? He understands that I'm doing my job, but he's going through real life and death situations, plus trying to stay out of jail. I'm sorry.
But go ahead, Ms. Robs.
Yes, Your Honor. So I informed Mr. Hamilton that, he was instructed by you, Your Honor, to go and test, whether it was at the hospital where he was on his way to, and or at Jams, and that he provided the documentation for his diagnosis of COVID-19 to me on March 26, 2021. He appeared before you, Your Honor, on April 9th, 2021, which his quarantine date should have ended at that point, because it would have been 14 days.
Well over 14 days.
Yes, Your Honor. And that he should have went and tested regardless. And he did not test, Your Honor. So I informed Mr. Hamilton that, as instructed, Your Honor, that the course is not new to this, and that he needed to be in front of you, Your Honor, to explain why he failed to follow and comply with your order.
Mr. Reed or Mr. Fikens, who's going in the breakout room with Mr. Hamilton? Because let me say this to whoever's going in the breakout room with Mr. Hamilton. He has played himself. That's what I'm going to say. Very short. Who's going into the breakout room with Mr. Hamilton?
I'll talk to him, Judge.
All right, let's have you do that. You will get an invitation to breakout room number 2. Please accept that invitation.
Thank you.
All right. It's Monday. It's Monday. And so, and Mr. Franklin, who used to give us absolute chaos any day of the week that he appeared, has had the best hearing so far. It's Monday. Miss, are there any other matters that I need to address this morning? I take it that everyone else was in the wrong place?
Yeah.
They were. All right, very good. While we're waiting on Mr. Hamilton, I don't know if the prosecutor is in, but somebody may want to reach out to Alexa and Schneider and let her know that I need her to weigh in on Mr. Hamilton, because we have some real issues. I have some real concerns about Mr. Hamilton. He had COVID. He could go pick up his check while he has COVID. He can drive to the hospital while he had, and he's past the quarantine, but then he sits on the side of the road intelligently and for an hour and a half because he was waiting for his hearing when he joined court, the last person coming to court. And then when he says he's going to the hospital, and then I say, test when you get to the hospital because you haven't been testing. Now all of a sudden, he don't test at the hospital. I don't even know if he went to the hospital, Ms. Robbs. I don't know if he even provided proof that he even went to the hospital. So yeah, you playing, and I'm gonna play back with you, but I'm gonna throw sand. That's how I play in the sandbox. I throw sand in your eyes. And then now you didn't went to the hospital, you didn't test, and I told you clearly and unequivocally on Friday, you must test, no excuses. And now you're coming in today talking about you didn't test because the people told you no, or what have you. Now you were at the facility. Why didn't you pick up the phone and call somebody? Because we do a whole lot of drama, and we do drama with them, don't we? We answer the phone and navigate them through all of that foolishness. And so no, you don't pick up the phone when you're at Jams. You send an email at 11:39 p.m. when Jams is closed. Ms. Robbs should be closed. The court is closed. And so now you've created your own chaos. And quite frankly, I'm good. I'm done. So somebody help him get Miss Schneider, Miss
Yes,
Spike.
Judge, if I might, with this court's permission, if I can leave this courtroom right now, I'll phone Miss Schneider and ask her to come down.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mr. Fikens, before you do that, Mr. Griffin, what time can we staff this morning?
I'm trying to get in contact with Ms. Cleveland right now because she got the majority of the cases. She's at the TCF taking her second shot right now. So she should be finished shortly or whatever.
She's coming into the office after that?
She's working from home today, actually.
Okay.
And Mr. Yancey took his first shot yesterday. He wasn't feeling that well this morning, so I'm going to cover his cases. So,
okay.
So the whole team has been vaccinated now, so everybody had either their first or second shot. So
we need to do a public service announcement with the team because we are all vaccinated, even
the whole team.
They weren't doing it.
Yeah, Mr. Yancey went yesterday.
He was the last holdout, I believe.
Yeah, he was. He's the last one.
I'm so glad. I mean, we still have to be safe. We still have to be cautious, to do all of those wonderful things to take care of each other. But I'm glad because we work so closely together. Yeah. And so thank you all. I really appreciate you all.
So I'm thinking 10 o'clock or before then, Your Honor, probably would be good. I'm just waiting for Miss Cleveland to get back with me.
All right. And see if she has problem cases.
Okay.
Mr. Morgan is not back in yet. Is that correct?
No, he won't be back until the 19th, next Monday.
Okay. Got it. So see if she has some problem cases. Let me know. I have an 11:20.
Okay.
35 minutes, and then I'm good. And then, yeah, I've got a dentist appointment today.
Okay.
Give me a reason to cancel it. I will. Yes, I have training from 1 to 3 today for NDCI, and I was trying to get them to tell me it was mandatory. I had to have my camera on. They said, no, just have your earpiece in. I was like, oh,
okay.
That means I still have to go. So, all right. So let me know. So we'll recess, and when they come back, we'll handle Mr. Hamilton's matter.
Okay, and our caseload this week is not that bad for some reason.
I don't know what happened though.
Yeah, this week for some reason it's we looked at it, so we have to get it a little more balanced. But this week is kind of small. So
yeah, we need to get that together. I mean, not like we don't need a breather. It's not like we're not working though, because we staff and all of those things, which is still time spent working cases. But yeah. We got to do a better job.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of light this week. Okay.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. This is a good time to recess. And then I can still hear you all. Let me know when we're ready to proceed with Mr. Hamilton.
Okay, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Am I in the courtroom?
You are, Mr. Reed.
Oh, okay.
While you were gone, the judge did ask me to contact the prosecutor, and she is coming down presently.
Okay. I see that we're still live, but are we in recess?
I believe so. There's the
Oh,
prosecutor.
okay.
Give me Schneider.
All right, are we ready to proceed on Mr. Hamilton's matter?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Schneider, for joining us. I appreciate you. Good morning. If you could place your appearance on the record. Oh, the courtroom is muted too. There you go.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alexa Schneider for the people, P80322.
All right, good morning. Thank you for joining us. This is the matter of DeMonte Hamilton, 2005793601. Mr. Hamilton has had an opportunity to go into the breakout room with the attorney, Attorney Reed. And so, Attorney Reed, do you want to address the court first, and then we'll go from there?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to talk to Mr. Hamilton in the breakout room. I did talk to him about his situation, and I believe I also talked to him on Friday when the court ordered him to test on Friday. After talking to Mr. Hamilton, I would just like to relay the information that I received to the court regarding why he did not test on Friday. After talking to the court, Mr. Hamilton went to Oakwood Hospital, where he had conversations with physicians there or someone of a medical staff. They took some medical treatment. They did not draw blood, and they did not give him a test for COVID. They did give him some medication. According to Mr. Hamilton, he was ordered to return today if he still had symptoms. After talking to Oakwood, he went to Jams in Taylor, and at that location, he attempted to test. He had some conversations with a lady who was at the front desk. I asked for that lady's name. He did not have the lady's name, but he said it's someone that he is familiar with. In that conversation with the representative at Jams, he was told that since he had not tested in quite a while, he might have to pay a reinstatement fee. He was willing to do that. Then he explained to the person why he had not tested for a period of days due to the fact that he had COVID. upon learning that he had COVID, he was turned away from that Jams
He'd
facility.
be turned away because he had COVID 15, 17 days ago. The quarantine
Judge.
period is 14. He did not test at the hospital. Nobody said he still had COVID, which if he had symptoms, this is what I do know, they would have tested him because they wouldn't want him to be out in the public infecting people. I'm sorry, Mr. Reed, but I can only take so much stuff.
I can go today and get tested if
I'm
you want
sorry,
me to.
I'm not
Judge.
talking to you. I'm talking to Mr. Reed. Continue, Mr. Reed. My apologies for interrupting you.
No problem, Judge. My train of thought. It's my understanding, Judge, that once it should be anyway. Once you test positive for COVID, that 14-day or 17-day or 20-day, whatever it is not a firm date. You should have a negative date, a negative test before you go back into the community. And I think that that is what the Jams facility was telling him, in that they heard him say, I tested positive for COVID, and they would not test him until he had some documentation that he was now negative for COVID. So he was not allowed to test at that Jams facility, and he was turned away. Judge, I agree with the court. He should have been tested at Oakwood for COVID. That was not done. But Mr. Hamilton, according to my conversations with him, did go to Jams and Taylor and attempted to test per the court's order, and he was turned away. And I think that's due diligence, Judge. He followed the court's order in going to Jams, but he was turned away. And I don't blame the Jams facility if that's the case, that they turned him away because he didn't have documentation that he was currently negative. But that was the situation. He is willing to test today, Judge. He wants to follow the court's order. He indicated that to me, and Judge, he did not test on Friday per the court's order, but he couldn't test because Jams would not accept him. That was the extent of our conversation. And he still wants to work the program. He wants to follow the court's order, and he's willing to go to Jams today and test if they will allow him to test. But they may turn him away again if he doesn't have documentation that he is currently negative, that he does not have COVID.
And Mr. Reed, that's an emphasis right there. But here's the thing. What sense does it make that he was at a hospital and nobody tested him? Where did he provide documentation to you, Miss Robbs, that he had been to Oakwood Hospital?
No, Your Honor, he has not provided any admittance or discharge paper from Oakwood Hospital.
Where's your paperwork from Oakwood from Friday? I'm sorry, you're muted. Let me unmute you. Ask you to unmute, rather.
I left all my papers at my mama's house, but I can screenshot them, take pictures or whatever when I go over there later on today. So I'm about to get dropped.
So you didn't get a test, but you went to your mama's house, right? You didn't. Nobody tested you for COVID, but you went to your mama's house, right?
Yes, I went to my mama.
And so you were around people, right?
No, my mama wasn't there. Wasn't nobody there. My mama.
Okay. But you went to somebody else's house and you hadn't tested for COVID. Why didn't you test for COVID when you were at Oakwood?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Judge. The only thing I was thinking was going to Jams and dropping for this test so I won't get locked up. I wasn't even thinking about testing again for COVID. But I test for COVID today.
That you still had symptoms, I can't believe that they did not test you. The hospitals are not even doing that.
They asked me, did I test already? I told them I tested already for positive. So they told me to come back Monday, and I guess that's what they was gonna do. They told me to come back today. That's what I expect. That's what they was gonna do. I'm just following orders. I'm just following orders.
I ain't trying to orders, because my order was for you to test. Whether you tested at the hospital, you drug screened at the hospital, or you drug screened at Jams.
Jams. I went to Jams and they kicked me out.
No, but that wasn't my order. Since you believe, I don't want you to have a misbelief. You believe that you're following orders. I need you to understand you're not following orders, because I was very clear that I did not care if you tested at the hospital if you drug screened or if you tested at jams. But I said to you, you must test today without excuse. That's what I said to you. That's what I said, Mr. Hamilton, and I was very clear. So if you got to that hospital and the hospital said, okay, you need to come back and have another test and we can't test you again until Monday, which I find that very hard to believe.
I wouldn't lie to you, Judge.
Well, you might not lie to me, but I think you're good at lying to yourself, okay? But if that's what happened, then your next conversation with the hospital should have been, I need a drug screen. I'm in a drug treatment court program. I have not screened for the last 17, 18 days, and I need a drug screen. That's what your next conversation should have been. And I mean, if you want to make yourself really believe you're following orders, if I had gone to jams and jams wouldn't test me, then I'd have went back to that hospital and said, hey, somebody got to test me. Because the judge, I am in a drug treatment court program and I have not tested for at least 3 weeks.
It was only 2 weeks, Judge.
It doesn't matter if it was 2 days. I ordered you to test. Don't miss it.
Yes, ma'am.
It's the big picture. Mr. Hamilton, I think you're trying to run game, and I promise you.
I swear I'm not, Judge. I swear I'm not. I'm too old to be trying to run games.
You are. But you know what? When you've been running game a long time, you lose track of your age. That's a part of the game. And you still run that game at 59 that you ran at 29. It happens. That's what happened to people who get accustomed to running game. And I'm not having it, Mr. Hamilton. I am not having it. You have not tested. Look, I can't help you. I'm gonna wait till your camera comes back on. I cannot help you if I don't know what's going on with you. If you're using, okay, that's what you're in a program for us to help you overcome the use of drugs, alcohol, or any type of substance, whether it's to cope, whether it's because, you believe that this is what's helping you or what have you. That's what we're equipped to do. Let me tell you what I'm not equipped to do, and I don't do well. I'm not going to deal with your games, your lies, your antics. That they have not trained me to do. And I don't do it well. I'm going to tell you right now, I will fail miserably trying to deal with folks playing game, folks trying to skirt the system, folks trying to do it their way. I'm going to tell you right now up front, I'm going to fail at that miserably. What I do well, and I'm going to toot my own horn, is when you're honest with me, now I know what I'm working with, and I can get you in the right type of treatment, the right type of programming, the right type of counseling in order to help you overcome whatever the issue may be. That's what I'm good at. So now, if you put me in a category to do something I'm not good at, and I already know I'm not good at it, I'm not one of those people going to try to front like I'm good at everything. I'm not. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time there either, because I need to spend my time at the things that I'm good at. That's where I spend my time. So I don't know what's going on with you. Every time it's been, and I shouldn't say every, I don't like words like every, but when I have tried, when it's time for you to get off of court, you sick, you throwing up. You sent me a message at 9:08 saying, I'm going to the hospital or something like that. When I called your case at 11, it was almost 11:15 when I called your case on Friday, you still hadn't made it to the hospital. Now, what does that look like to anybody with about this much sense? You playing. And I'm not doing it, Mr. Hamilton. If you're struggling, come on. I'm willing to roll up my sleeves and get in the struggle with you and help you. But what I'm not going to do is try to wade through your lies and your manipulation and your games and your schemes and your devices. I'm not going to do that. I don't do it well, and I'm not going to do it at all, or I'm going to do it this long. That's how that's going to go down. So I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know if you need to take a moment to get yourself together to tell me what's really going on with you so that I can help you. But if you want to play in this arena, let's play. But I promise you, in this arena of lies, I'm going to tell you, I'm the pitcher, I'm the coach, I'm the referee, I'm the first baseman, the second baseman, the third baseman. I'm calling all the shots in the arena. Now, you want to tell me the truth, what's going on with you? We can work together and get you some help so we can truly help you. So you tell me what you want to do. You need to take a moment to think about it.
I just want some help. That's all, Judge.
Okay, what you need help with, Mr. Hamilton?
Man,
Tell me what's going on.
I just need some help, Judge. That's all.
And we want to help you. We want to.
It's just so much going. It's just so much going on. Like, I can't even really explain it, but I do want the help though, Judge. I ain't even gonna sit here and just act in front and lie like I don't want it or like I don't need it. I want it because I know what it'll do in the long run.
Mr. Hamilton, have you been using?
No, ma'am. Not since that one day. I've been drinking wine lately.
Okay, so you've been drinking.
Yeah, wine lately.
So you've gone from one thing to deal with your issues and stresses of life to now you're moving to another substance, right? You're using another substance, whether it's new or revisiting it, but you're using another substance to cope, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, do you notice my tone has totally changed?
Yes, I do.
Honest with me about what's really going on with you, that you've got some life challenges going on and you're coping with substance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you realize that you need the help.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Look, young man, what did you tell me? You were 26, 25?
29.
You told me you was 29 years old. I have kids older than you. Mr. Hamilton, when you say to me, Judge, I need help, I know I need the help, guess what I do? I take off that whole, just, I'm about to send you to jail to find out what's the COVID policy so I can get you there, to now, let's figure out how we can help Mr. Hamilton. If we're as good as we say we are at this, let's figure out how we can help Mr. Hamilton. Because Mr. Hamilton, you can't drink while you're with me. So that means I need to get you to where someone can address whatever is causing you, that has you so stressed out, whatever is causing you to drink. Because you know that if you start drinking, it's going to be a matter of time before you pick up something else, right?
Yes.
Because you won't be able to numb that pain. You won't be able to quiet that disturbance that's going on in your head. So you'll pick up something else. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor, you're very right.
All right. Will you let us help you?
Yes, I really want y'all to help me. There ain't nobody else gonna help me.
Well, I need you to join us, though. I need you to join us. All right. Ms. Robs, Mr. Fikens, Attorney Schneider, he's asking for help, even though he done took me around the mulberry bush. But we know that a part of this program is that sometimes we got to work toward getting people to the place where they acknowledge, hey, I need help. And I'm not doing a good job and I need help. I think Mr. Hamilton has come to that place. And so I want to help him. I'm not here to punish you, young man. I'm here to help you. You punish yourself. I just facilitate a process. I want to help you. So where do we go from here, Ms. Rods? What's your recommendation? The first thing, of course, based on our training, is he has to get back on that 1-800 number today. He has to. The second thing is you have to go and test today.
I'm gonna go today, even if I gotta go to the hospital and test. I'm gonna do it today.
Mr. Hamilton, and I'm telling you, you have my word. I don't care what comes back in those test results. Okay, I still want to help you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, I don't care. So you ain't gotta do nothing extraordinary today. I don't care what comes back in those test results, stuff you ain't told me about or whatever. Because here's the thing, when you say to me that I need help, you might not tell me what all that help looks like, but the fact that you've acknowledged that you need help, I want to help you.
I'm serious too, Judge. I'm just not just saying I'm serious. I got an 8-year-old daughter, and she look up to me, so I gotta make sure she's straight, and I'm good.
You have an 8-year-old daughter who is watching you. She is, whether you think she is or not. And so I don't care what comes back in your test results today. I need you to go test this morning.
Okay.
Go test. Then I need you to let's get on that 1-800 number with Miss Robs. You all facilitate that, Miss Robs. And then here's the other thing I need you to do. I need you to be very honest with them. I need you to be brutally honest with the people on the 1-800 number. Because you don't have private insurance, do you?
No.
Okay, so you have to get on that 1-800 number. I need you to be brutally honest with them. You can tell them things you haven't even told me. And guess what? I'm still gonna want to help you. I'm still gonna help you. But look, you say you need the help and you mean it, you got to act like you mean it. And even as painful as it may be for you to say some things to them, you need to say it. You need to tell them. Because then they can tell me from an assessment what needs to happen with you. Okay? Don't be afraid of what they're going to say or what have you. Look, let's face it, we're living in COVID times, but there are still ways to give people help. And we want to do that.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
I count on you to do those 3 things today.
Yes, ma'am. 1-800 number and text. And what was the last?
What about what you gonna do on that 1-800 number?
Oh, I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them, like, really. I'm gonna just tell them the real, like what's really going on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be upfront, be honest with them. I'm gonna just talk to them like I'm talking to my best friend or something.
Yeah, that's what I need you to do today. Those are the 3 things you must do this morning.
Okay.
I can count on you. I have your word, Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, ma'am. How can I get the 1-800 number?
Okay, Miss Robs is gonna give it to you. Okay. Miss Robs, why don't you put that in the chat right now? But then I want you to connect with Mr. Hamilton once we disconnect from court, okay? But
Yes,
put the 800 number in the chat. And I don't know what time testing stops this morning, but I need you to go test.
No, it opened back up. It opened back up at like 6. So I think it's over at 10, and it opened back up at 6 to 5 to 7. 5 to 7.
All right. So did you see that 800 number Miss Robs put in there?
Yes, I'm saving it right now
to
my contacts.
All right.
Very good. Call him, Your Honor, and provide the information to him as well.
All right. Does anyone else have a different recommendation for Mr. Hamilton? I think he's turned the curve just a little bit, He's turned the corner. Miss Schneider, I know we called you down, but this, as we do in problem solving court, we start one way and we may have to go a whole different route. Because at the end of the day, I want to help. I want folks that come before us to get the help they need. Ms. Schneider, you are muted if you're saying something. Have them unmute the courtroom. There you go.
Thank you, Your Honor. I agree with the recommendation. I'm not asking for any jail time as long as Mr. Hamilton does those 3 things today.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Schneider.
Judge, if I may, I agree with what the court has said. I would also ask Mr. Hamilton, I know he tested positive in the May 14 or 17 days ago. However, he needs to get a COVID test to make sure, in fact, he is negative now. He is going to be out in the community, and I hope he's negative. But until we get that negative test from the COVID, we can't be sure. So along with drug testing, as the court has ordered you to do, you need to get a COVID test to make sure that you're not positive.
Thank you.
Still not, make sure you're not still positive. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. So this is what I need to, I'm gonna change the order of how you're gonna do things today. Do you know where to go do rapid COVID testing?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Robs, do you have a site where he can go do rapid COVID testing?
Your Honor, to my understanding, the facility that he went to could provide a rapid test.
All right.
Okay.
So I need you to, Mr. Reed, thank you so much. I need you to do a rapid COVID test today.
Okay, I will.
I need you to screenshot that result the Ms. Rob.
Okay,
That result comes back negative. If it comes back negative, then I need you to go and test, okay? At
Okay.
JAM. All right?
yes,
So
ma'am.
COVID test, rapid test first.
Okay,
before-
COVID test, then drug test, 1-800 number, and so on and so forth. I
That's
got you.
And you might be able to do that 1-800 number early when you get off with Ms. Rob, while y'all figuring out where you're gonna go do that COVID test. The point that which Mr. Reed raised is a critical point, is that I don't want you to go into the community without a negative screen, okay? But you're gonna
Okay,
have responsibility today and get that COVID test. But now, in the meantime, you and Ms. Ross can get y'all can facilitate getting on that 1-800 number, and then Ms. Robs won't be a part of your conversation with them because I need you to be very honest with them, okay?
okay,
All right, and then Ms. Robs will give you instructions what you need to do once you finish that 800 number. And so then you can, go rapid test and then go drug test, okay?
okay,
And then Ms. Robs will circle back to me on today and let me know what's going on with Mr. Hamilton. And then we'll go from there.
Yes, Your
okay.
Honor.
All right, Mr. Fikens, were you about to say something?
No, Judge, I was, my phone
Oh,
just
okay.
silly, so.
All right. Mr. Hamilton, I'm proud of you taking responsibility.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Judge. I'm just trying to just do this successfully and be clean afterwards.
Yes, for a lifetime.
Yeah, forever. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? It starts, if you do the things that you have given me your word you're going to do, then you will start that process today. Because honesty is at the forefront of that process. Honesty with yourself, honesty with the people who can help you. Okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. You have any other questions for me, Mr. Hamilton?
No. When do I go back to court?
Well, Ms. Robs, I'm gonna put him on for court for, what depends on what happens today. Can we put him on for, I think my docket is light, they said on Thursday?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thursday, Mr. Hamilton, and if you need to, if you have to come back and see me before that, or you just need to see me, I'll be here. You can still come in and see me, okay?
Oh, like how I just did today?
Yes, sir. You just dial right in.
Okay.
And so I'll put you on for April 15th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. But again, if you need to see me before that, you can just dial in. I don't have an issue with that, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
And Ms. Robs knows how to contact me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All right, so if you need to get a message to me or you need to connect with me through Ms. Robs, you can certainly do that. I'll come into the courtroom. Okay?
Okay, Judge.
All right, no
Thank
questions.
you.
I look forward to hearing how things turn out today, okay?
Okay, Judge. Appreciate you.
You can do this, Mr. Hamilton. You can do it. I have no doubt. You can do it. No matter what the test results come back as, you can do it. You can. How do I know? Because I've seen others do it. Then you have a lot of things on your side. You have a supportive mother. You have youthfulness. You have a daughter that's looking up to you. So you've got a lot of things working for you. You can do this. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Get it done. All right. Thank you, Ms. Robs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens. Thank you, Attorney Schneider. I appreciate you coming down. Thank
Your
you.
Honor,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before Ms. Schneider leaves, can I just ask her, I know it's on the record, but
Trying to
we had
shake it down about somebody else.
we had a woman come in today on an arraignment, Ms. Schneider, and I was wondering if I could send you the ROAs so we might get an offer.
Sure, yeah, just email them to me.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Just email them to me. I'll write you up an offer.
Thank you so much. I'll do that. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're good, Mr. Hamilton. Get busy.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
All right. Okay.
Talk to you later, Judge. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. And so that is, I believe, the only matters that I have to go on record this